Welcome back to today's react. We're looking at the Diddy documentary is backfiring on 50 Cent. I don't know what possibly could be happening because isn't it made by 50 Cent? How can it backfire on him?
And how horrible of a human being Diddy is could be backfiring on 50 Cent. People are taking to social media in droves to call out 50 Cent just as much as they're calling out Diddy. The Diddy docuseries didn't really tell me nothing new about Diddy, and that was one of the critiques. All right. A lot of the stories, to be honest, maybe it's because I watch too much YouTube and I watch too many interviews, but like a lot of the stories I already heard on platforms like Art of the Dialogue, Vlad TV, Street Life TV. Like I already heard a lot of these stories on those platforms. And I been knew Diddy was a terrible human being. I didn't need a 50 Cent docuseries to tell me this, to be honest. But nonetheless, though, even though I didn't find the docuseries all that useful, I'm still not against the docuseries because I do think that terrible people should be exposed. Like bad people should be exposed and should be outed. But the one thing I noticed when it comes to hip hop is abusers, perpetrators, bad people aren't usually met with the expected backlash. Like I expected everybody to watch the documentary and say, okay, I didn't really learn too much, but I mean, you know, Diddy being outed is a good thing, it's a plus. But instead, what I've been seeing, and maybe it's just my algorithm, what I've been seeing is people taking to social media to criticize 50 Cent for doing a docuseries more than they're criticizing Diddy for all the horrific things they've heard and seen Diddy do.
I don't get that.
All right, now there are two types of people who've been criticizing 50 Cent. Street dudes and 50 Cent haters, right? Street dudes are criticizing 50 Cent because they live by the stupid code of conduct of the streets and they believe that what 50 Cent is doing is snitching and that 50
Bro, it's 2025, bro. That snitching John, bro, come on. Like I almost kind of find it funny. You're telling, bro, there's some people who would go to jail for somebody who don't even really care about them just because they're in the same gang, bro. The life some people live, bro, that junk kind of crazy to me, bro. I couldn't live by that rule. I'm sorry, bro. They're telling me I'm facing 20 years for a murder I ain't commit and I can't get out of it because I can't snitch. Out of here. We get that shit out of here, bro. No, bro. I am snitching and I am moving towns.
Is trying to put
moving states. Shoot, maybe even countries.
Charges on Diddy. Which, yo, if Diddy did half the things that he's been accused of in his documentary, Diddy deserves to rot in a jail cell.
Yo, my honest opinion about the Diddy documentary, 50 on some criminal. It's fair and balanced. How? Snake trying to incriminate a nigga on charges. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Where I'm from, that's dry.
Is this man defending Diddy? Are you defending Diddy? Yo, this can't be real. Publicly defending Diddy.
Snitching. And we're on applaud.
There's very few times that understanding why everyone, literally everyone on the face of the planet, everyone, there's not a soul I know who don't despise and hate street dudes. This is one of the rare times where it's self-explanatory, bruh. All right, we're talking about things that have to do with domestic violence, things that have to do with damn near murder for hire, things that have to do with horrific things that have to do with grape, assaults.
Bro, we all know, man. We all know that is crazy.
Cat and mill butt. Things that are just degenerate, deviancy. And the first thing that goes in your mind is, oh, nah, that's snitching. Oh, nah, that's snitching, blood.
Exactly.
Oh, nah,
bro, like you're telling me you're going to let a man who is the kingpin of everything, got the trafficking on his side, making money off of the, you know what I'm saying, spreading drug to the hoods and all that other stuff, and you just gonna let him sit there? You not gonna take him down with all the knowledge you got? That low-key make you worse than him, not gonna lie. Talk about it snitching, it's a code. Bruh, snitching is like, I don't even know an example, bruh. Like, okay, look. Here's how I see the snitching, right? This is the only form of like, don't say nothing, right? If you and all your friends come together and you guys, let's say y'all all want to rob a bank. Y'all rob a bank And 3 out of 5 of y'all get caught up and charged. If you snitch on the other 2, you're tripping. You got caught. That's tough. But the other 2 didn't. And now you're snitching. That's snitching. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That is different. But knowingly knowing, oh my goodness. Sheesh. Knowing that somebody commits murders, has this trafficking junk, but you know all the things that he did or didn't do. That's not snitching. That's not snitching, bro.
World with the white man. Man, cut it out, bro.
Facts.
50 Cent is a 50-year-old multi-millionaire, 100 millionaire, bro. You think he worried about the street code? Also,
Facts.
50 Cent got a team. His team put this together. His team found the clips. His team conducted an interview. 50 Cent is just like the project manager. 50 Cent did no snitching in this, bro. 50 Cent was the project manager. His team put this together. Now you're saying if you were ever in the streets at some point, bro, 50 probably ain't been in the streets like what, like 30 years? If you were ever in the street at some point in your life, you can no longer transition in any other avenues. So this 20-year-old boy, let's say, who's in the hood right now, or let's say him, because right now you a dusty street dude.
Yeah.
Does that mean you have to be a dusty street dude your entire life? You'll probably be a dusty street dude your entire life, but do you have to be?
With the mindset he got, yeah,
you
for
could
sure.
transition from out of this dusty phaser, and you could do movies one day. You could work with Netflix one day. You could do certain things. You could spearhead a project. I thought the rules to the streets was you can't talk to the police or give the police information. Now you guys is extending that, man, to make life just almost impossible for anybody who was ever in the streets. But people are not falling for it no more, bro. All right, people are waking up.
And I know niggas gonna be like, oh, nah, that's a business move. That nigga bitter because Diddy had his baby moms and was taking care of his kid. Y'all be glorifying 50 like he be doing real shit. This is the same gotta leave his kids for dead. But y'all be sitting up here bashing y'all baby for.
But why are you defending Diddy? Like, I don't understand this.
Or bashing that do that. And this out here worrying about Diddy. Like, it ain't that much hate you got for to be really putting your, like, waking up and really worrying about another, buying information. Like, you putting too much time in that. You must be really wanting to go shopping. Because you put mad time into this life. Worrying about what this, like.
Does he not realize he's low-key speaking by himself? Like, he's doing the exact same thing.
It ain't that much hate.
But at a lower level, because he's not a 100+ millionaire, bro.
Nigga said they want to take you shopping. I guarantee a white nigga probably served worse. Like, that shit is unbiased, nigga. That shit is not balanced, nigga. Like, he trying to incriminate that, and y'all up here applauding that shit. Like, and I see real niggas like, nah, 50 documentary so fire. Yeah, this, Biggie this, Tupac this. Like, y'all niggas is crazy. Like, for real.
These the type of Neanderthals when you ask them, hey, bro, yo, if a dude who touched kids lived next door to you, what would you do? Would you tell the police you know he's touching kids? These are the type of Neanderthals obsessed with being so soft. They will look you dead in your eyes and tell you, nah, bro, I ain't never snitching.
Yeah.
I don't care what happened. I ain't never.
It's crazy that this man Flacco put on a quarter zip sweater for this video, bruh. I see what you're doing, Flacco. I see what you're doing.
I ain't never talking to the police. I ain't never talking to the police. I'll just up and move.
Yeah, that junk is idiotic, bro.
Right? I'll just up and go before I tell the police. Oh, excuse me? It's telling because you are notifying the police that somebody touching this. There's no reason to rationalizing with people like this, right? They're just too small brain. Now, this is coming from me, who y'all know I am public. I got backlash for saying I don't believe that Diddy should have gotten charged with the RICO. But because I said that, people misunderstood me saying free Diddy. Like, fam, it was free Diddy from the RICO because he ain't do the RICO. The RICO was a crazy charge. But am I living under this delusion that Diddy is a good person? Absolutely not. Diddy is a terrible human being. He's terribly horrific. But then there's the people who believe that 50 Cent is just as terrible. And they believe that 50 Cent doing this is hypocritical, and people supporting 50 Cent doing this is hypocritical. Because if y'all have a problem with Diddy, y'all should also have a problem with 50 Cent according to them.
I'm not interested in a not kind, ill-intentioned man, harmful man doing a documentary, producing a documentary about another unkind, ill-intentioned, harmful man. 50 Cent making a documentary about Sean Combs is not about him amplifying the stories of people he victimized, or it's not even about him really giving a fuck about people who experience sexual harm. This is the man. Yeah, Tierra Marie played and all that other stuff, but for me, with the 50 Cent Tierra Marie thing, it got to the point where it was like ugly, nasty bullying. 50 Cent don't give a fuck about black women.
Tierra Marie accused 50 Cent of sharing revenge porn. You don't know that video of Tierra Marie giving fellatio sloppy toppy to an unidentified.
Yo, I am not informed in this situation. I don't know what they're talking about.
Man, she claims that 50 Cent leaked that. 50 Cent said he didn't leak it at all. They went to court. 50 Cent was proved innocent. And Tierra Marie owes 50 Cent, I believe, like $50,000 right now from legal fees. So I don't understand how you could use that situation like to prove that 50 Cent don't care about black women. Like, the reason why they're saying that, and I've heard this brain rot theory before, they're claiming that because 50 Cent is enforcing and going after his $50,000, knowing Tierra Marie don't have the $50,000 to give, and her life right now is in shambles, that 50 Cent is a bully.
Bro, because, you can't come for the big man, and then big man gets proved innocent, and you're not gonna expect to pay the consequences. You gotta pay the consequences, bro. That's the risk you took. People do this all the time. Where they get in car accidents, try to fake a back injury, it proved that they don't got the back injury, and they still gotta pay for the court and all the fees and all that stuff. That's what you gotta do.
Listen, bro, I got nothing against Tierra Marie. I don't know that woman. I always found her hella attractive, I'll be real. But that man going after his legal fees isn't bullying. That man demanding that she pays and holding her accountable and exhausting the lengths he go towards to hold her accountable is not bullying.
He don't give a fuck about women at all. He don't give a fuck about his children. The biracial looking child is barely hanging on. Whatever Curtis went through, there's a lot happening there. He's the rap mother Brian McKnight. But that being said, I don't want that story from him because you need your own documentary. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the other thing that's funny to me is that 50 Cent went out of his way to silence like the mother of his children from telling stories and being on platforms. This is him having a messy get back. And then the Today Show and are interviewing him like he's some Patronus of valor or something like that. He's a trifling ass person. Even the whole BMF thing.
I don't think 50 Cent has ever portrayed himself to be the good guy. If anything, he does portray himself to just call out other people on some nonsense. He is a little bit of a hypocrite, sure, but that doesn't stop him from making a documentary on Diddy. I don't see what's the problem here.
It's like you canceled that show. You ate off of this incarcerated, now formerly incarcerated, essentially elderly black man. And he gets out and you know his son barely know how to wash his ass, right? You're finally supporting the family about getting opportunities, and like over your years-long beef with this is all a circle jerk of ain't shit niggas. And I don't need a Discovery Go piece of media from any of them. I would just like them to go away.
Just don't watch it. Yo, I don't understand people who hate when other people make content that they don't want to watch. Just don't watch it. Just don't watch. I don't understand that. Why you have to come online? It's not like she had like had a following or anything like that. You know what I mean? To even come out here and give the opinion. Don't watch it. Just don't watch it. You don't like it, don't watch it. It's not like the man coming up on here doing evil acts on this documentary. The man's informing about somebody else doing evil acts. Whoa, so bad. Come on, bro. You have to be everybody has to be a perfect person to talk about other people. You're probably not a perfect person. Nobody knows you. Shoot, you could probably be doing the same thing that other people was talking about, but nobody know you. Who cares?
Even if we concede or if we go with whatever they're saying, because I don't know exactly what they are, to be honest, but whatever they're saying, if we go along with it and say, hey, 50 Cent's a bad person too. Okay, does that mean a murderer can't report a murder taking place?
Yeah, like, that doesn't make sense, bro.
Does that mean a rapist is not allowed to report a grape? Right? Does that mean, I don't know, right? A pedo can't report a kid being touched? Like, I don't understand where this line gets drawn at. Aren't bad people allowed to report other bad people for committing crimes? Now, if you have a problem with the celebration of 50 Cent, then we could probably have that discussion. Now,
yeah,
like the critiques is cool, but I do feel like the biggest blowback from this, right, or the biggest, I don't know, man, like where I see it backfiring the most is the accuracy. Now, 50 Cent obviously didn't do the research himself. 50 Cent hired people to do that, and people are coming with their own stories, and they're telling stories from their perspective. However, there are media outlets like the Breakfast Club who are fact-checking a couple of things that was said during the docuseries, and those fact checks is coming back like those things are not 100% truthful. Diddy has already sent a cease and desist to Netflix. So if 50 Cent included anything in that docuseries that wasn't truthful, over with. Diddy might do the 50 to 50. Right? Sue and get that bag out of him.
Alrighty, y'all. So yesterday I was able to speak to Wayne Burrow, who worked with Miss Violetta Wallace, who is the mother of Biggie Smalls and managing her son's estate. Now he reached out to me, or I reached out to him, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm willing to get on the phone with you," because he says that a lot of people have been blowing them up following this documentary. And he wanted to speak out, and he made it clear that this is on behalf of Miss Violetta Wallace. He says there are a few allegations that he wanted to address from the doc. So number one, there's this allegation from the documentary that Diddy used Biggie's record label deal, or his own money, Biggie's own money, to pay for Biggie's funeral. So Wayne tells me that is completely not true, that he himself officiated the funeral and planned it along with Kirk Burrows, who is in the documentary, Bad Boy staff, and that Bad Boy paid for everything. At no point was there any indication that on any royalty statement that this would be coming from Biggie's account. So the family never paid for anything in regards to the funeral. He said Bad Boy and Diddy covered everything from the cars to the police to the funeral itself, and they wanted to make that clear. And he also says that it's disrespectful that anybody would even imply that, you know, Miss Wallace, Biggie's mom, or any of his close friends would even be that naive to allow something like that to happen and not catch it as they're watching the royalty statements and just different things that are coming in. He also talk to me a bit about the contract conversation. So there is a claim in the doc, and this has been a claim that's been circulating for some time, that right before Biggie's passing, there was an issue with contract negotiations between Diddy and Biggie Smalls. He says that is completely not true as well. He says that life after death was already done, so there was no contract negotiations happening. He says based on the sales and of the records and how everything was moving, Biggie had already recouped. So at that point, there was nothing to be talked about. But they did go back into a negotiation because they put out more music following the death of Biggie Smalls, and the conversation they had then was just about how that would happen and, you know, how splits would be. But that whole conversation around the contract and there being an issue with that as well, there's nothing to talk about. He says the contract was the contract and people just need to leave it at that.
So out of the whole thing, this is what needs to be touched on, that they didn't use a dead man's money to pay for his own funeral. That's what desperately needed to be touched on. Okay.
And Barrow is Biggie's friend. He also managed Biggie at one point. He owned a remember that the what was it called? Oh, Jesus Christ. By Storm Entertainment. That's what they ran, which was a management company. I think they managed Shine at one point. They managed Nas at one point. They managed, of course, B.I.G. So he would know, right?
You mean Wayne Burrow?
Wayne Burrow.
Yes. Yeah, so he would know.
It'll also be interesting too to see like legally how this play out, because the person who told the story.
Yeah, going to court for that ain't that deep, bro. That like. What is he gonna get? 10K from a man who has millions of dollars, okay, for making one tiny claim that the man. Come on.
Story that Diddy used Biggie's estate to pay for his particular funeral. And he was also alluding to the fact that Diddy might have wanted Biggie dead and that Diddy told Biggie to stay in LA, longer than Biggie wanted to stay. And when Biggie stayed longer, he ultimately got killed.
Okay.
They were alluding to Diddy got Biggie killed. But these are stories being told by individual people who are telling their story, who are telling what they believe. So does that fall back on Netflix?
It depends on what they said before they showed the clips at the start of the documentary. You know what I mean? You could, like how YouTubers do when they're like, everything when the case is not finished. Everything I'm saying is alleged. You know what I'm saying? As long as they did that, like some of these facts may be true. Some of these come from people's quote unquote firsthand accounts. Those are considered alleged, but everything else that has been gone through the court system is facts. You know what I mean? As long as they do that at the start, Netflix is chilling. 50 Cent is chilling. So I don't really see how it's that crazy.
Netflix is not the one making the accusations per se. When Netflix steps in, or when the narrator steps in, they're just narrating. But the individual people are the ones who are telling the story. So do he sue those people or do he sue Netflix and 50? Who knows, right? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I don't think this situation is that deep. It's just people, I really don't, like the snitching thing, bro. That junk gotta go, bro. That junk gotta go. Like, we're in 2025, bro. What is there to hide now? What do you not need to snitch on? Like I said, if y'all commit a crime together and 3 y'all get caught out of the 5 and you snitch on the other 2, sure, I would say, yo, that's messed up. Like that's like getting caught in hide and seek and being like, dang, bro, they got us. That's where I'll be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I understand why you would be mad that you got snitched on or that he snitched or whatever, right? That, you know what I'm saying? That man need to get beat up. Not gonna lie. That's justified. That's valid. 100%. I don't disagree. But if you know somebody who has nothing to do with you, has no effect on your life, is committing or has committed a vicious crime, and you just let that knowledge sit and let the man roam free to do more, you're a crazy person. I'm sorry. You're absolutely an idiot if you think that that is okay. But comment down below what you think the rules of snitching implies, or even if 50 Cent is wrong in this situation. I legit, from seeing the information that Flacco has given to us, see no problem with this. There's nothing wrong with what happened here. Bing.